evening and welcome everybody. My name is Kelly Kingston and I am your host for the Business Today show. Sorry about the brief delay in our broadcast, normally starting at 7 p.m. this evening, but there was some unforeseen circumstances in my family with one of my children that I just could not get online tonight until right now. So I have an amazing, beautiful, highly spirited woman joining me tonight, my special guest, Melissa Groom. Melissa Groom is a speaker, mentor, video marketing strategist, and she shines bright. And where she shines bright, she shines the light on other women. Now, Melissa runs different businesses, and I'm not going to say them all. I'm going to let her share her story with everyone. Now, what we do on the Business Today show is we get business owners that have been in business for over 3 years that are expert business owners to share their story about how they have been sustainable in their business. And so they give us tips and tricks to share on our show for up and coming business owners so that they can, you know, get some different ideas about how they can do business so that they can thrive and shine in business today. So please make welcome my beautiful guest, Melissa Groom.
Hello, Kelly. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome, Melissa. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
You're welcome.
So we were just talking a minute ago that I forgot to send you the questions for today, so it's all going to be a little bit of a surprise for you.
So good.
So we're going to get right into it. Now, but before we actually get going, I really want to start with an amazing event that's going to be happening in 2 weeks' time. So could you share with our viewers what you're actually going to be doing, please?
Okay, so on Sunday, the 8th of March, I'm hosting an International Women's Day conference on the Gold Coast. It's at the Quality Inn Hotel at Mermaid Waters, and we have 7 fantastic speakers. So Susie Dent will be our MC, and then we've got Rachel Birmingham, Sharon Marie Jerd, Elena Massey, Pushpa, Heather Jones, Donna Lee Perfect, and oh my God, I've got a memory block. I should have named them all. You can head on over to my page, Melissa Groom, the Visibility Mentor, or Mums in Business Australia, and you'll see the link there with all the details. But it's a full day event for you to come and connect with like-minded women in business and hear amazing women share their key message with the world. And it's also going to be live streamed all around the world thanks to live video events. We'll have a 3-camera angle. So for those of you that cannot make it to the physical event, because we've only got 80 seats, then you can register for the live stream. And everybody who registers for the live stream will go in the draw also to win an interview with me in the studio. And those who register to come as a guest on the day are going into the draw to win a $5,000 mentoring package with me, which includes video and visibility strategy.
Sounds absolutely amazing. Now, Melissa, before we get into the other questions, I really want you to share with all our viewers why you every year put this event on.
Okay, I guess for me, it's really important that people share their message, their story. I believe that our adversities, our biggest challenges are our biggest gifts. It is where the most growth happens for us. And, you know, we can choose to keep those life lessons and experiences to ourselves if we choose. But if we have that calling in us and we feel the urge to go out there and make a difference in the world and help others through those challenges and struggles, or to prevent those challenges and struggles altogether, I just encourage people to get out there and share their story, whether that's on video, whether that's speaking on stage. And we have the ability to be able to change people's lives, give them hope, inspire them, even save their life, Kel. I get goosebumps every time saying that, because I just know from past experiences with my clients that some people have saved other people's lives by sharing their story.
And how powerful it is when women, predominantly, because that's the area of business that we're in, when women get together and they share a powerful story, how quickly that could change another life and turn it around. And you and I both have seen how that has been proof in the pudding in women being in that space. And women in general go, oh, you know, it's just been my life, you know, it's just the way it is. But then other women have had it so much easier, and some other women have had it so much harder, that when it really comes down to the crunch, it's who's in the room at the time or who's watching at that particular point in time that really needs that inspiration, the empowerment, the encouragement, the get up and go, or just that little bit of, you know what, actually you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. All righty. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So my first question for you this evening is, how did you get started in business?
Ooh, how far do you want me to go back, Kel?
Just snippets, because, you know, we're on a timeline and you've got to ring your mum and, you know, we've got important things to do.
Yes, how many minutes, how many hours do we have? Look, I think I always have been a bit of an entrepreneur myself, always been very resourceful, and I think that's what entrepreneurs need to be. They will always find a way, and I think growing up I needed to be resourceful, and I always found, you know, whatever I needed at the time. And I'll just go and start, I guess, basically when I became a mum, and I left my marriage, which was secure and stable, and I had all the financial security, and moved from Sydney on the Northern Beaches up to Kingscliff here on the Tweed Coast. And I knew that I needed to reinvent myself and re-educate myself, because I had been a stay-at-home mum for 7 years. So I'd lost my confidence in myself, even though I'd done a bit of fundraising for the Sydney Children's Hospital and done some work with Play Group, volunteering and things like that. But the workforce, that was a whole nother scary thing. So I educated myself as a mortgage broker, and got a au pair live in with us to help look after the children while I was at work. But it really just didn't work for us with 3 children with special needs that had to go to specialist appointments and needed special diets and medication and things like that. So basically my eldest son needed a kidney transplant nearly 10 years ago. And when I got that phone call from the doctor, I sat down at the computer one night and I madly Googled how to start an online business. And I'd actually pulled out of university. I was going to study social science and become a counsellor, because I wanted to empower women to find the inner strength in them to make a change in their life if they've gone through trauma, that they can turn their life around and they can have a great life. So I thought, well, I can't go to uni, that's not going to work. I'll look for a way where I can have an online business. And I came across a video on page 1 on Google. It basically said, it was an Australian business coach, and she was offering to teach me how to have an online business. And after a 3-minute video that I watched of her, I'd never met her before, was never following her. I wasn't on Facebook or YouTube or any of the social media platforms, apart from Facebook. We used just to post photos and be friends with people when it was first starting. It wasn't a business platform at all. And I basically pressed buy now button and bought her $2,000 program. And that's when I first realized the power of video. So when my son came to have his kidney transplant, we went up to Ronald McDonald House, and I took a video marketing course with me that I'd done. And I thought, I really need to do something with video. I need to have an online business so I can be here for my children whenever they need me, but I just don't have a clue what to do. Anyway, my son said to me, Mum, can I start a YouTube channel? Because I want to do Toy Story reviews. So he set up a YouTube channel, and then in a matter of weeks comes running in, Mum, you've got to check this out. Look at this. And there was kids in the UK and America saying, hey guys, go and check out Nick Shug's YouTube channel. He does really great Toy Story reviews. And I'm like, wow, this YouTube thing, like, this is powerful. This is the ability to reach a global audience by being on this platform. So it was while I was in the parenting room, we were up at Ronald McDonald House for a few months, and I used to talk to all the parents about why they were in hospital and the different reasons they were staying there, and heard a lot of tragic stories, and a lot of parents probably weren't going to be taking their children home. And I just sort of thought, well, how can I help these parents? How can I start a business, help these parents, and maybe use video somehow? And then I looked at Nicholas on YouTube. I started looking at YouTube and thinking, stumbled across Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V in Wine Library TV. And I thought, wow, if he can do videos on what wine goes with what food, and Nicholas is doing Toy Story reviews, and they're reaching people all around the world, then perhaps I can do a parenting TV show and help the parents at Ronald McDonald House who are away from all their family and friends. And never having any experience in TV, film, video, presenting, had no idea what I was doing, but I thought, well, I'll jump on LinkedIn because I had been a personal assistant for a girlfriend who was a business coach, and I had been to a few different networking groups, and the one that I was aware of at the time was Women's Network Australia. So I jumped on LinkedIn and I said, who wants to start a parenting TV show? I'm looking for a panel of experts. And then I did some interviews with people on Skype. Next thing you know, we launched the show with no idea what I was doing. Hadn't done a video ever before. And that's how it got started. The TV show got started. We did that for 2 years, and an online magazine. And then after 2 years, I went and started a women's networking group, Mums in Business Australia, which we rebranded to Empowered Mums due to a trademark issue, which is a whole nother story. But yeah, that's what I did for 6 years. And the last 5 years, I've been teaching people how to get confident in front of the camera through the 30-day video challenge, because I saw so many people struggle to market their business. And I knew from experience that video was the way to grow your profile.
That is an amazing story. I have heard that quite a few times, and you just say it even better and with more passion every time you say, how you got started in business. It's just a really, really awesome story. So over and above all that, how did you know that this was going to be, your niche, your passion for, embracing business?
I was actually in a really, really dark place, Kel, about 5 years ago. And I went out to the backyard and I did the Oprah thing and put my hands up in the air and I said, God, how can I serve you? I thought it worked for Oprah, so maybe it'll work for me. I was just feeling like, what am I doing here? Like, what is my purpose? Like, when you have really big challenges come up in your life, you do start to seek those answers. And straight away, I got the answer, which was, you need to teach people what you know about video, because there are people out there Googling them, like Googling the problem, and they cannot find these amazing, incredible people that you know. So it was really all divine. I really think a lot of my work is just the divine working through me. And I love it. There's no resistance in what I'm doing. I absolutely, I actually struggle to go to sleep at night, and I can't wait to wake up in the morning because I'm so excited with the work that I do and the most incredible people that I meet, such as yourself.
Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. And so in saying all that and being so passionate about what you've actually done for the last 5 plus 6 years, 11 years in business, what has been your toughest struggle in business? One that comes to top of mind, Melissa?
Well, I know, it's definitely juggling a blended family of 6 children. Glenn and I have 6 children together, although they're all 18 to 30, nearly 30, the triplets are. We're very hands-on parents. They live at home with us, some of them, and I like to be very present with my children as well. And, having your own business takes a lot of time, a lot of energy. And I guess it's having that there's never been a balance. It's definitely a juggling act, but I would say the challenge is to stay focused and stay on track. And it just doesn't happen. I'm sorry. It's a train wreck sometimes. And that is the truth, and life throws challenges at you, and you've just got to, if your family needs you, you've got to take your time away from your business, and then you've got to come back to your business when you can. And it's been a very much a part-time business for me, because I've been, a full-time mum. I've been a full-time stay-at-home mum the last 20 years. Wouldn't change a thing. But yes, it's been challenging. So I would say that that's been the hardest thing. And not having that regular income that you'd have if you went to work every week, knowing that money is there. Glenn and I both are in our own business, and we've raised the 6 children together without having that regular income every week. So it pushes you, it pushes you to get up and keep going, even when you're sick. I've worked under times when I know, like this time, sure, I've gone to bed and put my head under the pillow, and when I've had a virus or something, and just slept for 2 days, but rarely in 10 years have I done that. There's been times that I'm still working with no voice, so you just have to keep going.
Yeah. And that is, for women, when women get sick, when they know that they still need to do something, they still get up and they still do it.
We still cook dinner when we're sick as a dog. We'd have to be, I think even on our deathbed, the kids would come and say, "What's for dinner, Mum?" They would. And
I say to my children, I'm just like, I taught you to cook early for a reason. So, when I'm not well, I just pass it over to them, and I go, okay, so, it's up to you to be responsible, to be able to sort dinner out tonight, because I just can't do it physically cannot.
Yeah.
So, my next question for you is, what advice would you give a wellness business owner starting off in business that are around about 3-6 months and they're finding it really, really tough?
What advice? I think it's really important to understand your potential client and what it is that they're needing help with, because often what we think we want and what we need are 2 different things. So one thing that I've learned is that the most important thing we can do in business is to ask questions. What is your biggest challenge right now? How can I help you? And ask it on a regular basis. Do a survey. If surveys don't work, get people on a Zoom call. Run a little, instead of doing a survey, ask people, would they come on a Zoom call and do a Q&A with you? And you can just ask them question and answer. They may not feel comfortable doing a Q&A on a, in a Facebook group or on a Facebook business page, but why not get them on a Zoom call, with 5 or 6 or 7 or so potential clients to come on, even if they're your friends, but they are, your target market, to come on and ask, because you should know your frequently asked questions. And if you don't know your frequently asked questions because you're only new in business, then I suggest you go to your competitors' websites and you have a look at their frequently asked questions. You have a look at their YouTube channel, their website, their Facebook, Instagram. What are they talking about? What's going on for them? Look at your competitors. And a lot of people go, don't look at your competitors, keep your blinkers on. There's a time and a place for that. You should know what's going on, in the marketplace. But definitely having a list of that frequently asked questions is the place to start, I think.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you there, Melissa. And no, the KYC, know your client, is absolutely, definitely your ideal client on predominantly what you are wanting for your client that has best served you. So from my experience, my ideal client is someone like myself, but in the past, that I can really support and help them on their way. So yeah, really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So where can people find you, Melissa? You're everywhere. I'm everywhere, man.
Well, they can connect with me on Facebook, Melissa Groom, the Visibility Mentor. Anyone that wants to send me a message, I'd be happy to gift you 30 video prompts so that you are never stuck what to say on video ever again. Because I believe it's good to share our educational tips, but it's also extremely necessary for people to get to know, like, and hopefully love you, to want to work with you. And the way that we do that is through sharing personal things about us and what's going on for us in our life, and you know, what excites us and what our achievements are and what events we've got coming up, or look, anything random. Sometimes random fun facts are a great thing. It's one of the things we do in the 30-day video challenge. We shared 10 things about us, you know, and it really helps people get to know you on a personal level, because people, as you know, people buy you, not your products and services.
Yeah, absolutely. And so my last question, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. If you could have changed anything in your life in business, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. What would it be? Ooh, I would put the brakes on spending money where I didn't need to spend money at the time when I thought I did. And I would maybe get some advice before I spend that money. Do I need that website? Do I need to go to that conference right now? Do I need that program? Or is there something else I can do before that will start bringing in the clients? I say to all of my clients, don't you dare start spending money on a website, on flyers, on all of these things, unless you're bringing in some money. And then you put aside some money to purchase things as you go. So, yeah.
Yeah, the very, very good advice, Melissa. I think we both have spent copious, exuberant amount of money in the past, and but we are all the better for it, so that we can share our stories, so that we can then support other women or men that are in a startup, or, you know, stepping into that 1 year and go, you know, I want to grow, but which way do I go? Yes. So, Melissa, thank you so much for joining us and offering a offer tonight from you. You know, that 30-day, what was it again? 30 days of video prompts, so that you're never stuck what to say on video ever again. Absolutely outstanding. This is a type of woman, you know, you want right beside you when you're in business, because women that offer and support and put you on the right track are behind you 100%. And ever since I've known Melissa, she's always been extremely supportive of me in my business, and I have reciprocated in kind, exactly the same. And then that's when you know you have a beautiful business relationship, and it's actually grown into a friendship as well, which I'm absolutely honoured to say that and call Melissa a beautiful friend.
Thank you, beautiful.
You're more than welcome. I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time. I have my 6 chicks to sit at the table at the International Women's Day event that you are hosting, that you are presenting, and our beautiful Miss Susie Dent is the host MC. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Much. So thank you, everybody. Tonight's show has been brought to you by the Wellness Business Academy. And I just want to say that if you are struggling in your business, reach out to somebody that is thriving in their business. They are more than likely, everyone is there to support you. And if it's only just a couple of questions, it's not going to break the bank. So if anyone can support you, just reach out. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next Monday at 7 p.m. Brisbane Eastern Standard Time. Good night and have a lovely evening.